ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state brought me looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it. Get out to the 25 on the touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Here we go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
57, Mike 57.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Good footwork at the 30. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Lock.
SOS.
Two. I got you.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Be a long day for you.
21.
59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Buzz.
Mike is 59. Mike's the 59. All day.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Hey, alert!
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to set, as you said, a step.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Exit. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Carolina getting set to take the field. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Hey, watch it.
The shotgun snap for Newton. But he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
8.
Check curls. Mike 27, Mike
20.
Bandit.
Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. D. Ford. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, There's a premium for all of that now.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey,
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On second and inches, Garoppolo. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
56. Hey, box truck. Get that quarterback at all costs. 57's the mark.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
20. Hey, Charlie. Let's get this.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Switch gears.
White. 21.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, gun. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Golden. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Rock now.
Here's Newton. Steps away. And caught left side, Olsen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
20. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Craps, craps.
From the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
By 56, by 56. Get the ball. 20. 56. Mutz 56.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
57's the mark. Hey, orbit. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 57's the mark.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now 3rd down.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
General West. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, gun. Me. 21. Here we go. 11. Hey. High 7.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin taking it in. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they got the hookup. This is Olsen. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Here we go.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Right here, right here. 65, 65.
Garoppolo now. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player in the back,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
You better be afraid of me.
McCaffrey. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check, 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 check. 8, 8. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Anyway. 8, 8.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is not going to get the first down as they spot this at about the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun.
Check Mike 27. We're good. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Here we go.
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Great.
They fake the give. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 70 yards. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
21.
53. We own it. We own it.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
I got you. 21.
Hey, Delta. Rush in.
Hot.
Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Go.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Bravo.
57 to Mike. Man out.
Hey, gun.
50 seconds to Mike. I hope you brought your alert.
Hey, alert.
That was the mic. Watch 50 seconds.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Mike, ready? Ready? Mike 4. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing here, Newton. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Sadie!
Come on, let's go.
Thirteen.
To throw is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team. From a cell, a couple of homies be making a thing. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Yeah.
One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. Used lights, camera, action.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down. At the 11-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Let's go now. He likes it flowing. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson being chased out left. Looking sideline, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson to the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
At the 25-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Slam, slam, slam.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Big stop, let's go. 25, check 25, check 25. Check. Hustle. Zip it. You got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that. Let it go.
Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Jackson flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Under 10. 10.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, Mike's 50.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check. Alert. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, it's it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check 59, 24. Check 59.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Roethlisberger. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. Give him 30 yards there. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start the drive with Samuels, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
fourth down with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to the right side and complete to Washington. That one goes for 30 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, check.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
23 yards, the final tally. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's go one more. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Buying time to his left. Fakes it to Roberts, right side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, it's Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Going top shelf for Smith. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the 3rd quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the 2nd half.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big?
And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You got nothing. Deuce. What? Check. Alert flare. Go, 26, Mike, 26.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't got nothing. Jackson King.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Easy.
Mike 27. Yeah. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 25.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
50.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
What? Middle. Watch that end. Tight end right. Tight end right. Watch 30. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Come on, the flash is burn.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They come out here in the eye. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with Samuels. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
From the gun, Jackson. Broward's got it. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. Five yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, I think they knew that one was going to be a long shot, but in the end, it's looking like they're going to come up short.
And it's tough to really hang too much blame on your kicker here either. That would have been well above and beyond his range, and this will go down as a tough loss. They played well enough to win.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Switch up, switch up.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.